What if the most romantic ending in Bridgerton was actually hiding the biggest secret about the future of the series? Season 4 Part 2 looks like a perfect fairy tale ending for Benedict Bridgerton. Love wins, the scandal fades, and the couple gets their happily ever after. But if you look closely, this ending is doing something much bigger. It is not just finishing Benedict's story. It is quietly preparing the entire world of the Tun for the next chapter. Because the moment Benedict finally chooses Sophie, something important happens. The stage suddenly becomes empty for the next Bridgerton lead. And in this show, that moment is never random. Every ending is also a beginning. So let's break down exactly what Benedict and Sophie's ending means, why it feels so powerful, and how it secretly opens the door for everything that will happen next in the Bridgerton universe. Section 1 Benedict and Sophie's ending explained. Season 4 was always meant to be Benedict's moment. But the story did something clever. Instead of starting with a simple love story, it began with mystery. From the very first moment Benedict saw the lady in silver, the tone of the season changed. She was different from anyone else in the ballroom, elegant, calm, and almost impossible to reach. No one really knew who she was, and that mystery pulled Benedict in immediately. The show slowly built this connection between them, making the audience feel the same curiosity Benedict felt. Who was this woman, and why did she feel so important? At first, their meeting feels like something straight out of a fairy tale. The masked ball, the quiet conversation, the moment where two strangers feel something real before even knowing each other's names. But Bridgerton never leaves a love story that simple. Very quickly, the truth behind the lady in silver begins to appear. She is not a rich debutante or a powerful lady of society. She is Sophie Beck, a maid with a past that could destroy her place in the Tun if anyone discovered it. This reveal changes everything. Suddenly, the romance is not just about attraction anymore. It becomes a test of loyalty, courage, and honesty. The Tun may enjoy gossip and romantic stories, but it also has strict rules about class and status. A Bridgerton marrying a maid is exactly the kind of scandal that the society loves to judge. For Benedict, this becomes the most important choice of his life. For years, he has been known as the charming brother, the artist, the one who avoids serious responsibility. He enjoys freedom, enjoys adventure, and often jokes that he is not the type of man who wants marriage. But Sophie's presence slowly begins to change him. Around her, he cannot hide behind jokes or charm anymore. She makes him face what he truly wants. Their relationship grows through quiet moments rather than loud drama. Small conversations, honest confessions, times when they see each other not as members of different classes, but simply as to people who understand each other. Sophie challenges Benedict in ways no one else ever has. She does not treat him like a nobleman who must be impressed. She treats him like a man who must prove himself. But the world around them does not make things easy. Secrets start to spread. The truth about Sophie's background becomes harder to hide, and every step closer they take toward love also brings them closer to possible disaster. The Tun is watching, and the Tun never forgives someone who breaks its rules. This is where the emotional heart of the season truly appears. Benedict has to decide what kind of man he wants to be. Does he protect his comfortable life in society, or does he fight for the woman he loves? Earlier versions of Benedict might have tried to escape the situation. He might have kept the romance secret or avoided making a final decision. But Season 4 shows real growth. Instead of hiding Sophie away, Benedict chooses her openly. That moment matters more than any grand speech. In front of society, in front of his family, and in front of the entire Tun, Benedict makes it clear that Sophie is the woman he wants beside him. Not in secret, not in shame, but proudly. This decision shows how much he has changed. He is no longer the brother who drifts through life without direction. He is someone who understands love requires courage. The show closes their story with a feeling of earned happiness. Their relationship survived gossip, class pressure, and fear of scandal. That makes their ending feel stronger than a simple fairy tale romance. It feels real. Two people choosing each other, even when the world around them says they should not. Another important part of this ending is how the Bridgerton family reacts. Instead of rejecting Sophie, they support the relationship. This reflects one of the core themes of the show. Family loyalty matters more than social rules. The Bridgertons may live inside the Tun, but they are never fully controlled by it. Their support helps make Benedict's decision feel even more powerful. At the same time, the marriage also changes the social balance inside the story. Sophie entering the Bridgerton family brings a new perspective into their world. She understands life outside the luxury and privilege of high society. That difference can create new stories in the future seasons. Now that she is part of the family, Her presence will influence how the Bridgertons see the Ton, and how the Ton sees them. But the most important impact of Benedict and Sophie's ending is something quieter. With their story complete, the focus of the show naturally begins to move. The series has always followed a pattern. Each season highlights one sibling's love story. And once that story reaches its happy ending, the attention shifts to the next member of the family. By the end of season 4, many of the older Bridgerton siblings are already settled. Daphne found love earlier. Anthony and Kate now lead the family together. Colin and Penelope have their own life. And now Benedict joins them as a married man. One by one, the brothers have found their partners. That leaves the spotlight slowly moving toward the sisters. This shift is not loud or dramatic. Bridgerton prefers to hint at the future rather than announce it directly. Small lines of dialogue, a meaningful look between characters, moments that seem simple but later turn out to be important clues. The wedding celebration at the end of the season becomes the perfect place for this transition. While everyone celebrates Benedict and Sophie's happiness, another conversation quietly begins. Someone asks a simple question: whose wedding will be next? It sounds like a normal comment during a joyful event, but the camera does something interesting. It moves toward to specific people in the room, Eloise and Francesca. This small moment may be the biggest clue about the future of the show. Because in Bridgerton, the story always moves forward. One love story ends, and another begins to rise in the background. Benedict and Sophie's ending gives the audience romance, closure, and emotional payoff. But it also clears the path for the next chapter of the Bridgerton family. And if you watch carefully, Season 4 has already started planting the seeds for who that next lead might be.